Hi, I'm Rebecca McLaughlin-Eastham, and this is Business Line, your global business barometer, coming to you from the top of the world's tallest structure. It's Burj Khalifa in downtown Dubai. The way we consume television has changed dramatically over the last decade, as streaming platforms such as Netflix have grown incredibly popular around the world. According to Reuters, it boasts close to 160 million subscribers globally, who for just a few euros get to enjoy original content from their own countries, as well as acclaimed shows such as The Crown, Stranger Things, and Orange is the New Black. The success of Netflix could be due to its relatively low pricing and lack of major global competition, but all that could be about to change.
Cue her.
Apple, the most profitable public company in the world, is about to take on the biggest streaming giants in the business.
We are doing this my way.
The morning show starring Jennifer Aniston is among 8 original series available on Apple TV+, a brand new platform launching in November. It's doing so, according to the Financial Times, with an original content budget of over 5 billion euros.
Their strengths are clearly their brand. You know, they already have an established Apple TV platform device. I think Jennifer Aniston's selfie that she took, one of the most successful social media posts in the history of Facebook and Instagram. She has a very, very strong following, and for Apple to pull that kind of talent is very impressive.
But Apple TV Plus is only one of several services looking to challenge well-established platforms like Netflix and, of course, Amazon Prime, which so far hasn't produced any breakout hits. Key new players include Warner Media's HBO Max, Disney Plus, Viacom-owned Pluto TV, and Peacock from NBC Universal. Some of these won't immediately be available outside of the US.
Whether it's Disney Plus or Apple TV Plus, I don't think you can underestimate the impact they'll have on Netflix and its market share.
Netflix welcomed the new competition in its third-quarter earnings letter to shareholders, and despite dealing with slowing subscriber growth, the company posted its biggest profit so far in 2018. It also has an unrivaled global footprint that could help offset lost market shares in the US or elsewhere.
You know, they'll be a very powerful brand for years to come. But I think the expectations of growth and profitability that investors have of them are very aggressive.
While the new streaming landscape will mean more choice for consumers, it could also accelerate the speed at which young viewers abandon traditional broadcasting, which is already struggling in the digital age.
And from streaming wars to one of the most celebrated marketing executives of our time. Bozoma Saint John is heralded as something of an industry leader for her work with brands from Pepsi to Uber to Apple Music. To find out more, we went along to meet her at GITEX, one of the biggest tech shows in the region.
You've had a pretty formidable career. You've worked with Dre at Beats, Uber, and now William Morris Endeavor. How have you made those business decisions?
It's the craziness of passion, you know, honestly. Passion about the work, passion about humanity, passion about just culture and what makes us tick. I love all of that. And so for me, I'm always chasing what is essentially new and interesting in different industries. Unfortunately, there have been some challenges along the way, just being a black woman in corporate, which has forced me to move sometimes when I'm not ready to move, but all for the greater good.
Why are conferences like this important to business?
You know, if you're a business in the 21st century and you think tech isn't going to impact you, you're dead wrong. You know, and so to me, it's so important for all kinds of businesses to understand tech, to understand how tech will help their business and how sometimes it can be a danger to it. There are ways in which we are creating that are new and uncharted, sometimes scary, and ways that we are just reinventing the old.
How is it being a black woman in what is predominantly a white man's world?
It's all a white man's world, but it's no worry. women are coming, you know, where it's our age, it's our time, and it's not even the future is ours and the future is female, the present is female. And so I want us to all gather our forces. And by the way, not just women gather forces, but men gather forces too. It's better for your business, it's better for humanity, it's better just for your conscience, okay? To make sure that women are along the journey. But if you're worried about business, it's better for the business. It's not even theory, it's actual fact. If you want to enter into business today and you are just starting out, you know, don't follow the rule book. You know, the real thing that you have to do is follow your passion. If you're following your gut and be true to it, you know, this is, again, not something that is just said and then forgotten. It's be true to the passion. If you're not enjoying it, you're not going to do your best work. And so find that always.
How important is it for you to be a role model to other women?
And regardless of what platform you're on, whether you are high in the executive ranks of a business or you're the usher at your church, you know, that you are using that platform to be a role model in the best way possible, to make the world a better place. And again, not some corny way, but in actually a really dynamic way. Revolution doesn't happen because people are nice. Revolution happens because people push. And so let's hope that everybody keeps pushing.
And finally, co-working giant Wework has made headlines in recent weeks, but for all the wrong reasons, after what was meant to be an exciting new chapter for the firm ended in crisis.
It was a fall that took many by surprise as Wework's plan to hold a multi-billion-dollar IPO failed spectacularly for the real estate giant, which has over 800 co-working spaces around the world.
Well, they've changed our industry in a very good way. I mean, they've invested a lot of money into awareness of this, you know, fantastic way for companies to deploy their real estate, quite different to what they're doing now.
But Wework's planned listing on the stock exchange was called off after investors questioned its large losses and management under co-founder Adam Newman, who branded it a tech company despite being the largest private occupier of office space in Manhattan, Washington, D.C. and London. Weeks later, SoftBank, which was already a major stakeholder in the firm's parent company, secured a takeover deal worth over €9 billion, upping its share in Wework to 80%. Moreover, it offered Newman, who'd already resigned as CEO, a generous side deal to also step down from the board, but Wework isn't out of the woods just yet.
I don't think anyone would want to see a company where, you know, they're having to lay off. We've heard lots of people. So, you know, we wish them the best.
In addition to the funding, operational support and improved governance from SoftBank, Wework confirms that they've also received €1.3 billion, which it says positions the company for the future.
Well, that's all that we have time for in this edition of Business Line with me, Rebecca McLaughlin-Eastham. But be sure to join me again next time for a roundup of the biggest business and investment stories from around the world. I'll see you then.